Behold, the sprawling agora of virtual discourse, where avatars of ideological contestation converge, clashing in rhetorical bouts of Herculean proportion.
Even people with large platforms like Hassan the Hun have good leftist politics. There's little they do to connect viewers to community organizing. It seems like they actively avoid it. Is this person actually from Atlanta? Because if they are, they would know that not only have I talked about the Stop Cop City protests, I've also personally given money to the Stop Cop City protesters. So even directly on Atlanta related politics, like I've been there. And my job also personally is to offer light to this sort of stuff. We don't need influencers. We need community organizers. I agree. Political education. I agree, which is something that I try to offer. Unions. I agree. Neighborhood councils. I agree. International solidarity. I agree. And proactive organizing. These influencers just build platforms and boil important discussions down to talking points. I don't watch streams, but the New Thinker pointed out that during Hassan the Hun's DNC stream, dozens upon dozens of organizers asked him to speak at community events taking place across the city, and he tacitly refused. Absolutely perfect example of the opportunism problem. Yeah, that's also not true. Not only did I actually offer coverage to the uncommitted movement, it led me to get kicked out of the DNC, but also I literally did attend the protests. In the first day of the DNC, that's what I spent my time doing. So this is a common critique I see from people I respect who don't watch him, but it's simply untrue. He's the largest contributor to Amazon labor union, subverting his employer, has done many streams with labor organizers on many different picket lines. He streams the UCLA Gaza encampment and DNC Gaza protests. Had dozens of people coming up to him, thanking him for getting them into organizing, as he does tell his audience to get involved in local organizing all the time. I've been doing a deep dive the last few weeks on something I'm writing, and beyond a few things here and there, it just seems the personality cult around him obscures actual impact. While fundraising is great, he's still legitimizing the very company the union is fighting law. That's a crazy thing to say. Yeah, I guess I should do what this guy's doing and write a Substack instead, because that's more ethical. Anyway, maybe dive a little bit deeper, my friend. Don't annoy this person. Don't yell at this person. When you do yell at people like this, all you do is harden their positions. Okay? It's just stupid. I'm sure this person has done wonderful work. Okay? So, you know, I hope that in their deep dives they will be able to develop a broader picture. But yeah, if you do that, I hate you. If you go after this person and like yell at them and try to defend my honor or whatever, I hate you. Do not harass or bother this person. But yeah, I'm pretty familiar with how much privilege that I have. And I personally try to use that privilege for good. If people are concerned or confused by what I do, my goal is to educate, but also agitate, but also, most importantly, entertain. In the process, I try to dumb down a lot of these dense theory-based ideas, and I try to apply a materialist lens to why things are happening in the way that they are. And also on top of that, I try to do valuetainment like my goat, Patrick Bet David. And yeah, that's it. And I think that it is false to say that, I mean, it's not my impact. My impact in and of itself is nothing. But this community is comprised of many community organizers, and many people that have been able to successfully and sometimes unsuccessfully unionize their labor, unionize their workplaces. So, maybe this person is a little confused, but you can shop me all day, every day. That's fine. But don't assume that this is a community comprised of dullards who don't know from their elbow. These are people who are very impactful. So I think it's very stupid when people say like that without watching.
Our protagonist Hasanabi, the oratorical charioteer of leftist praxis, finds himself thrust once more into the crucible of dialectical scrutiny. His interlocutor, a labor activist armed with critiques as pointed as the Scythian spear, accusing him of a perceived detachment from the sinews of grassroots community organizing. Such a contest, my dear interlocutors, demands a polysyllabic dissection of epic proportions, where no syllable shall remain unsummoned and no semantic byway unexplored. Let us descend into this labyrinth of critique, defense, and counter-defense, emerging only when the fog of rhetorical warfare has lifted and clarity reigns supreme. The labor activist, perched upon their digital pulpit, unfurled a Jeremiad against Hasanabi, decrying the alleged chasm between his platform's magnitude and its perceived contribution to community organizing. This salvo encapsulates a critique oft-leveled at digital influencers who, while espousing progressive politics, are accused of failing to translate their influence into tangible grassroots action. Such accusations, laden with sanctimonious gravitas, strike at the heart of Hasanabi's dual role as educator and entertainer. Yet the critique itself is fraught with the trappings of oversimplification, an epistemological Achilles heel that Hasanabi wastes no time exploiting. For how, he argues, can one accuse him of neglecting community organizing when his platform has demonstrably served as a nexus for labor solidarity, unionization efforts, and political education? This critique, it would seem, emanates from a vantage point unmoored from the empirical realities of Hasanabi's praxis. Hasanabi, ever the maestro of rhetorical improvisation, mounts a defense that traverses the Aristotelian golden mean, eschewing ad hominem recriminations while deconstructing the critique with surgical precision. He acknowledges the kernel of validity within the critique, the inherent limitations of digital platforms in fostering direct community engagement, but swiftly pivots to illuminate the manifold ways his platform subverts these limitations. Through his streams, Hasanabi has not merely pontificated upon the theoretical contours of labor struggles. He has lent his digital megaphone to union organizers, amplified the voices of grassroots activists, and disseminated actionable information to his sprawling audience. This, he contends, constitutes a praxis that marries the pedagogical with the participatory, an alchemy that transcends the myopia of his detractors. At the core of Hasanabi's defense lies a philosophical assertion that his platform operates as a conduit for digital pedagogy, a realm wherein theoretical concepts are rendered accessible through the lens of materialist analysis. His role, he posits, is not to supplant community organizers, but to complement their efforts by demystifying the opaque jargon of leftist theory and translating it into actionable insights for a lay audience. This dialectical synergy, Hasanabi argues, constitutes the sine qua non of his platform's utility. His streams, though imbued with humor and entertainment, serve as a Trojan horse for political education, smuggling radical ideas into the mainstream consciousness under the guise of accessible content. In this regard, his platform operates as both an agora and an academy, a space where discourse and education intersect in the service of collective liberation. Yet Hasanabi does not shy away from addressing the specter of personality cultism that looms over his platform. He concedes that the adulation of his audience can sometimes obscure the collective efforts underpinning his community's impact. However, he counters that this adulation is not unique to his platform, but a structural feature of the influencer economy, wherein individual personalities become the focal points of collective movements. To critique Hasanabi for the existence of this phenomenon, he argues, is to misdiagnose the ailment while ignoring the systemic conditions that engender it. The challenge, he asserts, lies not in dismantling the cult of personality, but in redirecting its energies toward collective action and systemic change, a task to which he claims his platform is resolutely committed. In a display of rhetorical magnanimity, Hasanabi admonishes his audience against reacting to the labor activist's critique with hostility. He implores his followers to engage with dissenting voices constructively, emphasizing that reactionary backlash only serves to entrench opposition and stifle meaningful dialogue. This call for empathy and restraint underscores Hasanabi's commitment to fostering a culture of critical engagement rather than blind allegiance. Such a stance, while laudable, also serves as a strategic maneuver, positioning Hasanabi as a paragon of reasonableness amidst the cacophony of online discourse. It is a testament to his rhetorical acumen that he can simultaneously defend his platform, critique his detractors, and admonish his audience, all while maintaining the appearance of magnanimity. At its core, this dialectical exchange between Hasanabi and the labor activist encapsulates a broader tension within contemporary activism: the dichotomy between digital platforms and grassroots organizing. While the former offers unparalleled reach and accessibility, it often struggles to translate virtual engagement into tangible action. The latter, though deeply impactful, operates within the constraints of localized scope and limited visibility. Hasanabi's platform, with its hybrid model of digital pedagogy and community engagement, seeks to bridge this divide. Yet, as this exchange illustrates, such efforts are often met with skepticism from both traditional organizers and digital purists, each of whom views the other as deficient in some respect. In summation, Hasanabi's rhetorical duel with the labor activist serves as a microcosm of the challenges and contradictions inherent in digital activism. It is a testament to the complexities of navigating a landscape where influence and impact are inextricably intertwined, where the line between educator and entertainer is perpetually blurred. Through his defense, Hasanabi not only rebuffs the critique, but also offers a vision for what digital activism can aspire to: a space where education and entertainment coalesce in the service of collective liberation, where the limitations of individual platforms are mitigated by the collective power of community. Let this essay stand as both a celebration of and a critique of this dialectical interplay, a labyrinthine exploration of the challenges and possibilities of activism in the digital age.